Hey, sugars. Don't mind the scarf, y'all. But I just wanted to come and talk to y'all because y'all, she's about to truly get a breast reduction. I cannot even believe it. Like, it's finally happening. I had my consultation done on, what's today? It's Friday. And I got my consultation done yesterday. Thursday? Did I get it done yesterday? Yeah. Yeah. I had my consultation done yesterday, and my surgery is scheduled for July 3rd. It's in 3 weeks. I'm going to be getting my breast reduction in 3 weeks. And I am currently a 36J, and I am going down to a C cup. It's crazy because I never, maybe last time I was in a C cup, I was in elementary school. I'm just being honest. My breasts, I started growing very young, and they got big very fast. So that's what's happening. I'm going down to a C cup. I already met with the surgeon. I already filled out did my anesthesiology. I did that paperwork for the anesthesiologist, and then I have an appointment on the 26th to get my final blood work done before my surgery. And yeah, I'm going to get my breasts reduced. And I'm going to take y'all on that journey with me, let y'all know like how it's been, what's the dilly. Um, this video is not gonna go up until after all that because I'm gonna put it in one video. It's just gonna be one long video, and I think that's better to just do it like that. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that I'm about to get my breast reduced because my back, child, like I cannot even take it. Like I can't take it. My back be killing me. And then I had these grooves in my shoulders. See a little dip right there. So if you got big boobs, then you know what I'm talking about. It sucks. So I'm going to get my breast reduced, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm nervous a little bit too. Like I'm kind of nervous, but I'm more excited than anything. I'm nervous because I have never in my adult life seen my breasts be a manageable size, in my opinion. They've always been just huge and ridiculous and make my back hurt. So I've never truly gotten to enjoy them. I don't know if women really do enjoy their breasts, but whatever. So they're going to, oh, and I'm getting the reduction and lift because sometimes they just do a reduction when your insurance is paying for it, but they're doing a reduction and lift for me. So thankful for that. So yeah, I'm gonna let you all know how it's going, how everything is going. This is just I had my consultation done, and then I'm going to take y'all along once I go and get my blood work done before my surgery. And then a week before my surgery, I have to go in. I forgot what they wanted me to come in there and do, but I'm gonna take y'all for that too. And then on my surgery day, I'm gonna take you all with me, and yeah, we're gonna get it done. So July 3rd, we're gonna be on the table getting some breasts cut down. All right. That's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you about. Just let y'all know that little bit of information because the journey has begun. Back pain, no more. Trying to be pain free because, child, to be 5'2", I am, what did they? I'm 183 pounds. I'm 5'2", and I weigh a 36 J. J. And I'm going all the way down to a C cup, baby. Okay? I'm going all the way down to a C cup. What? When they told me where my nipples was going to be at, like, I, you know, we all grown. But when they told me where my nipple placement was going to be after the surgery, like where they was, I was like, wait, what? My nipple going to be all the way up there? Like, it was like, that's where it's supposed to be. And I'm like, shit. That just goes to show you that, honey, what? Because my nipples ain't been on the front of my back. They ain't on the back or nothing like that on the side. I'm just saying, when you got big boobs, them things, your breasts, they don't. My breasts are huge and heavy, so they don't sit up like no regular boobs, okay? Which is why they're about to go and get themselves reduced. And we're going to see what it's hitting for because I just can't wait to be able to actually wear some cute bras. Like, this is going to be a first for me, child. It's going to be, I was telling my best friend the other day, like, my my bra game is about to be sick because, yeah, it's about to be sick. To be able to actually wear some cute bras, yeah. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm back. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. I know I was telling you all about my little breast reduction journey, but yeah, I'm really about to get this done. I'm They're just too big. My back be hurting, child, and I don't be wanting to be dealing with it no more. So we're gonna get them reduced, and I'm gonna let y'all know how it all goes, how I'm feeling. What's crazy is that I'm gonna have to cut back on my smoking weed because you can't be smoking before you had surgery. But y'all know I smoke for my stenosis, so we'll see. We'll work it out. We're gonna work something out. But I'm gonna let y'all know how it all goes, and yeah. So the next video y'all gonna see is me at the doctor's office getting ready to get my lab work done before my surgery. So see y'all then. Hola, bebés, mebitos. So guys, this is my part of my breast reduction journey. So I just left my doctor's office earlier today. I had to go and get another mammogram done and an ultrasound, and they did find 2 lumps in my breast. So I have to have a biopsy done on Monday. And child, I was in them people's office crying my eyes out because, don't nobody really want to hear that. But that's what I was told. And then I left from there to go to my primary care doctor to get my pre-op blood work done. So I just left there. And now I'm about to go get me something to eat because I'm hungry. So I'll be back. Southeast. Guys, I'm at the hospital. I'm about to go and get my biopsy done. Radiology. I gotta go to radiology. Hold on, y'all.
2,000 years later.
Hey everybody. Okay, so I am home from getting my biopsy done, and my the numbing medicine that they gave me is starting to wear off. So I'm in a little bit of pain, but I just took some Tylenol um because they said that that's all I could take. I can only take Tylenol. I can't take no Motrin, no Advil, aspirin, none of that. I can only take Tylenol. So I just took some Tylenol because I'm in some pain. So the biopsy went good. And okay, so today is June 27th, and my surgery is scheduled for July 3rd, which is in 6 days. Um, how all of this started, I kind of want to probably do a different video about to explain all of that because I'm really kind of tired or whatever, but I'm just going. I went to the doctor to get, I wanted to have my breast reduced for years. And I finally just decided, like, all right, I'm going to just go to the doctor and see what I can get done. And because I moved to a new state, so I was like, let me just see what the doctors here are hitting for. Let me just see what I can get done. So I went to my doctor on, what day did I go to my doctor? I went to my doctor sometime in May, and I was like, I wanted to get my breast reduced. And so she was like, okay, well, the whole process for that, first you're going to want to get a mammogram done. And this was before I had found a surgeon or anything. Like, I didn't have no surgeon picked out. I didn't have nothing on the table. I just wanted it. I just wanted a breast reduction. So I told her that I wanted to get one done. And she was like, well, the first steps is you're going to need to get a mammogram. And so when I went to get the mammogram done, they found, they said that I had some abnormalities in my mammogram, and they wanted me to get another one done. So um, by then, so I got my mammogram done on May 30th. By I want to say June. Was it June 12th? Yeah, it was June. Was it June 12th? Yeah, June 12th was my very first appointment with the surgeon, was my consultation. That was my first, like, I was like, so I got my mammogram done on May 30th, and then I was just like, I had just was like doing my research on different doctors that I thought were, good for the procedure, the breast reduction. I'm looking at all of the pictures, the before and afters. I'm reading the reviews. I'm just reading about the doctor itself, seeing, you know, I'm not really big on where you went to school because I don't really know enough about the individual schools to be like, oh yeah, that's reputable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, unless it's like big Ivy League, like, I don't really know enough. So, but just like what field you are in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just that type of stuff, my research in that. So I was going through different and sorry for the light and keep changing, y'all. That's my TV. It's on screensaver mode. Child is hurt. And so it keeps changing pictures. But I forgot what I was saying, y'all. But anyway, so I found my doctor, and my doctor's in Georgetown Hospital, and I'm not going to, I don't know, I guess Well, this video isn't going to go up until after my surgery anyway. So my doctor's name is Kenneth Fan, and he's at Georgetown Hospital. And my spirit led me to him, and I think, well, I don't think, I know he's going to do an amazing job on my surgery. So I had my consultation with him on June 12th, and that day, June 12th, it was a consultation, and he did everything. He did my, he looked at my breast. He did everything that he needed to do, and he was like, you're a great candidate for the breast reduction. We're going to go ahead and schedule your surgery if you want to move forward with it. So I was like, you mean you're going to just, it's just like that, like you just gonna do it? He's like, yeah, I'm with it if you like. He like, you know what I'm saying, if you cool with having it, you are a candidate for getting it done, so we can schedule you. 3 weeks. He gave me 3 weeks. He scheduled me. I saw him on June 12th. He scheduled me for July 3rd. 3 weeks. And so by, I can't remember exactly what date I got my mammogram results back, and they were saying that I needed more tests done. And they was like, because they found some abnormalities in my mammogram. And so from there, I went and got, so yesterday was the 26th, and I had to go and get my pre-op blood work done. And before I had to go do that, I had to go and get another mammogram and ultrasound done. So I went to the hospital where I'm getting my surgery to go get my mammogram and my ultrasound. It's a diagnostic mammogram and an ultrasound done. And then from there, I had to leave and go get my blood work done, my pre-op blood work done. So I did that. And then they they told me before I left from the mammogram and ultrasound, they was like, we're going to need to do a biopsy, but we're going to schedule you for that. And that was supposed to be for this upcoming Monday. But this morning, um, the registration office, they called me. Well, she registration scheduling. The scheduling lady, she called me, Mandy. Oh, she's so sweet. She called me and she was like, we have an appointment, a cancellation today. Can you come in today to get the biopsy done? And I was like, okay, I'll come. So, and child, the hospital is an hour. It takes me an hour to get there from my house, but actually an hour and a half to get there from my house. And I went yesterday, and then I turned around and went today. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? So I did what I had to do. So I went up there and I got the biopsy. And I don't know if anybody has ever had a biopsy, but if you have never had a biopsy, it's not fun. I mean, it's not bad. The biopsy itself, like, they numb you, um, and they numb you. I think they gave me a lidocaine shot. I believe that's what it was. And they numbed me. And of course, if you get stuck with a needle, there's that sensation. And but it was like real quick. But the thing that got me, and they told me that once we inject the medicine, it's gonna burn. Child, it burned like hell. But the nurse that was in there, shout out to Janelle, she held my hand the whole time. She held my hand while they was doing like everything, just making sure that I was okay, because there was a point where it was some pain, and then the majority of the process was just a lot of pressure, and it was just really uncomfortable. Like, not you, it wasn't pain, but it was just a whole lot of discomfort, a whole lot of pressure, and it's in your breast, so it doesn't feel great. You know what I'm saying? So it was that, and child, it took 2.5 hours. Yeah, my biopsy took 2.5 hours to do, and they had to tag the lumps with these little titanium tags that they said my surgeon may or may not remove once he is doing the reduction. So we'll see. I'll talk to him on Monday or Thursday, the day of my surgery, and find out exactly what he's going to do about that. So, and I also get the results from my biopsy on Monday or Tuesday, but my breast reduction surgery is still scheduled regardless, like it's still set. So we're just going with that. And now that I'm home, it's been a couple of hours. I don't know what time it is. I think it's, let me see if I can find out. It's 8:10. It's 8:10 and I got my, hold on. Sorry y'all. I don't know how D&D got turned on my phone. I never had my phone on D&D. But anyway, um I got my procedure. I was done. I left the hospital. It was almost 4. Yeah, it was I got there at right before 1. Yeah. I got there right before 1 cuz my appointment was at 1 and I got there right before 1 and I didn't leave until like quarter, well, it was after that. It was probably like 3:50. So, yeah, it took that long because they had to do the first they had to do the ultrasound, and then they had to, because they had to do the ultrasound again to make sure they were going into the right spot, and that took a little bit of time because they had to find um, the lumps that they found. They had to find them again on the ultrasound so that they can mark my breast, and then so that they can know exactly where to go in with the needle and extract some of the tissue from the lumps. So that took a minute for them to like find the lumps and mark them, and then going in like the whole biopsy, that took a little bit of time as well. And then after the biopsy was done, because they had to, like I said, they put the titanium tags on the lumps, so there are titanium tags inside of my breast right now. And they had to, once the biopsy was done and everything, before I got dressed, they had to do another, I guess you could say mammogram, but it's just like an x-ray to make sure that the tags were in the right place. And they were, and so they just patched me up. I have tape over, I have 2 incisions, and I have tape. I have gauze, well, it's tape over the incisions, and then gauze over top of that, and then another plastic bandage over top of that. And I have 2 spots that's like that. And that's, she said, because the incisions might drain, so that's just to catch them, and I can't take a shower until tomorrow um, at 4 o'clock p.m. She said that's when I can take me a shower, but to only take off the plastic tape and the gauze, not to take off the tape that's actually over the incision, to leave that on there until it starts to peel off on its own. So there's that. She said if it hasn't peeled off on its own in 5 days, then I can peel it off. But my surgery is in 6 days. So hopefully it's, I mean, it's not no big deal if it's not off. But I do think that I have to go back up to the hospital one more time before my surgery, because I have to meet with the surgeon's team, to get my pre-op bag, which is my, the little footies and stuff, your pre-surgery instructions, and then they give you the little body wash that you're supposed to use, the antibacterial wash that you're supposed to use the night before and the morning of your surgery. So I have to go back up there to the hospital, and I don't know, damn it. I don't know why I didn't just go to the surgeon's office and see if they could just give me that bag before I left. Now I got to go back up there. Child, I'm tired. I know that people probably like, you love this hospital. No. And before I went there for this consultation and to have all this done, I had never gone there before. So that's that. And now that I'm home, and it has been It's damn. I meant to tell y'all what time it was. I looked at the time, but I didn't tell y'all it's 8:14. So it's been about four, maybe 4.5 hours since I had the procedure done, and the medicine that they gave me to numb me is gone, and I'm hurting. I feel exactly where I feel where they went in at, but not in the like they went in two spots. One is like right above my nipple, and then one is like on the side, like close, like under, not under my breast, but like towards like my underarm part. That's the one that hurts, child. But that's the one that took the longest, and that's the one that had the deepest, like the lump was like deep inside of my breast, so they had to like really go in deep, and it took them a while, and they just like kept like going, like they just kept trying to get to it, because the tissue that they were trying to get past, she was like, it was so dense, so they kept just like having trying to go in, and where they went in at, it's just like really really tender. So there's that, and I just wanted to give y'all that update because that is what is going on. And I have 6 days before my surgery. So I'll be back when it is a couple of days before my surgery to show y'all all of the things that I bought to prepare me for the surgery, the things that I'm going to need after my surgery. So I'm gonna go to the store. I don't know, probably. I also have to wash clothes because after surgery, you're not gonna be able to do. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. So I'm just gonna go and just take care of everything that I need to take care of. Wash clothes, grocery shop, buy everything that I need to get for my recovery. I'm gonna get all of that stuff taken care of, and I think I'm just gonna come back and let y'all see all of the stuff that I bought. So in case anybody is looking into getting breast reduction surgery, and you might want to know some of the things you might need, you'll have those things. Um, but yeah, if you are trying to get you a breast reduction, this may be something that you encounter in the process, because I never knew that I had anything going on with my breast. My breast didn't hurt. They don't, I didn't have any leakage. Nothing was going on. I would have, if I never would have thought to get a breast reduction. And I know you're supposed to get mammograms every year. And if you're over 40 and I'm 45, so ladies, I mean, get you a mammogram because take care of yourself. But had I not decided to get this surgery, I would not have known about those lumps in my breast. And, of course, I'm leaning towards and praying for them to be benign. And, that's what it is. But it's still important to know what's going on with your body. And it's important to know that if you are thinking about getting the surgery, this is a possibility of what can happen. You may have to go, and when you get your mammogram, they may find something and they may not. You might go get your mammogram done and they don't find nothing, and you just go on about your surgery, and great. And I hope that for everybody. I hope that you don't have to go and get no biopsy. You don't have to worry about, because it's nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear, oh, you have lumps in your breast. Like, because the first thing you think of, you know. So it's kind of nerve wracking, but it's just something to be aware of, to prepare yourself for, not to scare you, but just to understand that this is something you may possibly hear. And if you do hear it, it's not the end all be all, because child wasn't in people's office crying when they told me about the fact that I had lumps in my breast and that they wanted to biopsy them. Like, I was in tears because I'm just like, what? Like, I couldn't believe it, but it is what it is. I got it done just to make sure that I'm okay. And we're just going to go on. And the fact that my surgery is still scheduled, those are all good signs to me. And my mom said the same thing. So that's just what it is. And now I'm not trying to have this be like a super duper long video, y'all, but I just want to give y'all as much information as possible because it's surgery. It's not something that you should take lightly. These people's cutting your chest open. You know what I'm saying? Like they taking off a part of you and they putting you back together. It's not nothing you should be taking lightly. So as much detail as I can give y'all, I'm gonna try. And I hope that y'all cool with it. But yeah, that's where we're at. And I'll come back to you all on another day when I'm feeling a little bit better because right now I'm hurting. I'll probably come back tomorrow and let y'all know how the pain is feeling. But right now it's burning pretty bad and I kind of really just want to go to sleep if I can. So, bye y'all.